The Chang'e lander spent a total of 48 hours on the lunar surface. However, due to the limitations of the launch window and fuel for subsequent lunar takeoffs, the actual working time for sampling is actually only 19 hours. The work of collecting lunar soil, it's basically digging, but the level of detail and complexity is equivalent to doing a remote surgery. Once Chang'e settles, can no longer move, but no one has been to the landing site, the periphery or foot of the detector. Is it possible to collect enough samples? No one knows. In order to deal with unknown situations, Chang'e carried 2 sets of sampling tools, 2 ways for it to obtain richer samples of lunar soil. Attention all numbers. I am Beijing. Based on off-site decisions, the following organization implements cut-off herbs, adopting lunar soil pre-programming strategy. Drill bit 1 mm, slowly dig down. The composition of lunar soil is very complex. The change in ambient temperature on the lunar surface is also very dramatic. These are the difficulties that drilling equipment has to overcome. Chang'e drill bit is made of special materials, can drill into grade 8 小时 hard rock. That is to say, when facing sandstone, limestone, and most granite, Chang'e drill bits can complete the task. Drill pipe is a composite material with aluminum as the substrate, where resistance and strength comparable to steel. We can't bring many kinds of drills, then go to the lunar surface, so we had to design a drill that was sensitive to all kinds of encounters that you might face with this object. $1 毫米 in. Try again. Hit a big rock. Your light rotation defect is not enough to break it. The gravity on the surface of the moon, it's 1/6 of Earth's gravity, so we have a special electrode. Give it to the surface of the moon. In this low gravity environment, this is the kind of turning pressure it needs. Just press it to turn down. They may have to make a decision over there. The biggest risk with this shock rate is that the sample already inside will be shaken. And drilling work completed. The next task is to sample the monthly surface. Both rotation. There are also some movements of lifting, 7 or 8 moves, something so complicated. In operation, he's not using any of the sensors. All through the ingenious design of this machine, then implement these operations. Very ingenious. That's 20. A series of intricate robotic arm movements. The lunar soil sample was steadily shoveled up. Ultimately, a total of 1.731 kilograms of lunar soil was packed into a jar. Attention all numbers. The lunar surface sampling work of Chang'e detector ended successfully. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. At this time, Chang'e 小时 has been on the moon for 48 hours. The launch window from the moon is just around the corner. Engine start. Ascendant lunar takeoff. China's lunar mission is to complete lunar sampling and return to Earth. This is China's most difficult lunar mission ever. Gathering lunar soil is difficult enough. Chang'e also chose a very complex return method. The configuration of the detector varies a lot. The variation in quality is extraordinary. Throughout the process, there are about 7 different configurations of our detector. It's been changing all the time. In orbit around the moon, between the Earth and the moon, tiny probes are challenging the impossible. This is a new technological attempt by the Chinese in outer space. Spacecraft's first unmanned rendezvous and docking in orbit around the moon. The 4 parts of the Chang'e probe will split and merge in deep space 38万 kilometers away from the very beginning of our own left body. We didn't weigh 8 tons R1 when we took off. Until when I returned, there was only a little over a ton left. It is planned to start the docking of the 2 goals at 5:42. Orbiter and ascender will go into uncontrolled mode. After the orbiter and the ascender are successfully docked, the lunar soil sample tank is sent to the returner. Focus shift in place. Report back to enter. Hatch closed. Attention all numbers. I am Beijing. Drug transfer completed normally. From rendezvous and docking to successful sample transfer, only 30分钟 youths have passed. Finally, Chang'e 1 will return to Earth. Siswanki Aerospace landing site is located in central Inner Mongolia, China. The area is over 2,000 square kilometers. It is China's most important space landing site. It's very open, high air visibility, easy to search for spacecraft. The Chang'e returner will also land here. It's about 5,000 kilometers above the surface. Orbiter and returner separation. The returner is traveling at about 11 kilometers per second. This is equivalent to 45 times the high-speed cruise speed of a commercial airliner. If you can't slow down effectively after entering the atmosphere, the returner will be burned. Returner to first load mode. The jump is the load and return technology. Will pierce out of the atmosphere. What about after penetrating the atmosphere? We are going to walk a parabola, come down, then make a second entry, twice into the atmosphere. Through the mutual deceleration of the atmosphere, reduce the speed from 11 kilometers per second to 10 kilometers per second. Attention all parties. I am Beijing. The following reports the